Alright guys, I've had this idea ever since they introduced the Deep Arc Media. Okay. So what I would like them to do is to make these clickable buttons, right? So you would click on it and then it would take you to your inventory and then it would have, any of them that's available and whichever ones is not available, it would show you the market price or whatever else if you wanted to actually go and buy that item, right? But for the ones you do have, like, it would be nice if you could hover over and see the stats and you could compare them and also see your like form accounts and everything else. That would just make it a lot easier to figure out which items you actually want to bring into the mission, okay? Because, like, think about it like this. I have the Tetra, Batacor, and Corinth as available weapons I could bring, right? So the first problem is, being able to remember which ones I have as I'm going and, looking through my inventory trying to figure out which one has the most formers on it, because obviously a weapon with six formers is going to do a lot better than one with zero, okay? So then once I go and look at the Tetra, maybe that one doesn't have any formers on it at all. So that's not really going to be viable for this. So maybe I put a lot more work into the Batacore, right? So then I just have to constantly go back here, then go back to my arsenal, look at the stats here, then go back to here as a reference point. It's either that or the way I was doing it to start with was to make a list and just write out all the, options I have, and then just go through the arsenal and do it that way. But it would just be a lot easier if clicking on this button right here for the primaries, right? If it would just take me in to the arsenal and show me all the available primaries, right? And just be those three or two or one or whatever it might be. And the same thing with the warframes. And then if you have, multiple copies of a certain warframe, then you'll be able to select whichever one you want, whichever one you've put the most work into. So I think that would simplify the whole process of, selecting gear and figuring out which gear you want to bring and all that kind of stuff.